Writing is often a solitary practice. You spend countless hours at your computer, often in a small office or a quiet corner, and you emerge only when you need to teach, attend a meeting, or check on an experiment. And then you head back to your computer to pick up where you left off. Now, you might collaborate with colleagues to help you write the text or review the draft, but this really only occurs on an as-needed basis. But connecting with other writers during the writing process can be immensely helpful. So in this video, I'm going to share 7 reasons why you can benefit from joining a writing group. And if we haven't met, hello, my name is Crystal Heron. I'm a trained biomedical scientist turned clinical researcher and now scientific and medical editor. And I've helped thousands of scientists, clinicians, and other professional writers master the craft of writing so that they can write with intention and maximize their impact in their field. So, what exactly is a writing group? A writing group is a group of people who meet regularly to discuss their writing. It's a lot like a mastermind group that focuses on writing. So a writing group meets regularly, and how often you meet depends on your group and maybe what writing projects you are working on. For example, if everyone is writing manuscripts, you might meet once or twice a month. Or if it's what I like to call a grant season and there is an upcoming federal grant deadline, you might meet weekly or multiple times a week during that season. It's completely up to the group and can change depending on the needs of the group over time. Writing groups can be incredibly beneficial for your writing and writing process. And one of the greatest benefits to being in a writing group is getting feedback on your writing. So you can ask your group members to read your draft and suggest how you might improve it. Now, you might hesitate to ask for help or feel a little nervous about having someone give you feedback. But in a good writing group, you can get constructive advice that will help you improve the draft and overcome the curse of knowledge. And you will have the opportunity to do the same for other members. And this dynamic creates a mutually beneficial relationship between members of the group. Now, you might already have a mutually beneficial relationship like this with a colleague or a few colleagues, likely in a rather informal way. But in an established writing group, members approach this relationship with more intention, which only strengthens the relationship and the value it can bring to the group and to your writing. Another benefit to being in a writing group is to learn how to write better. When you read other members' writing, you'll see how other members of your group write, and you'll learn new ways to write. You can learn new ways to tell stories, or structure information, or connect ideas, or phrase language, or you might even be reminded of words that seem to have disappeared from your memory. I have certainly had that happen. Now, I know that you are reading all sorts of papers all the time that you can also learn from. But in a writing group, your intention is to read to review the writing critically rather than just read for information or for the science. So you are more likely to notice nuances in the writing itself. In a writing group, you can also get inspired and collaborate to develop new ideas. You can share viewpoints and discuss possibilities with the group. You can get feedback that will give you new ideas for your writing, such as a different writing process or changes you might make to your writing environment or your writing routine. You might also get feedback that influences your research, such as changing your approach or honing your hypothesis. And you might even be inspired to develop a new project, shift your work in a new direction, or collaborate with a member of the writing group on a new project. These groups can be a great way to develop new ideas. Another great benefit to a writing group is to build camaraderie. Writing is something that we often do in isolation, which means that we might feel alone and like no one is facing or has faced the same challenges as us, like a manuscript or grant getting rejected or juggling teaching duties with writing. And our friends and family may not understand what we are going through. And so a writing group can be a great place to find camaraderie and community. and you can share experiences and advice on how to address any issues that your group members may face. A writing group can also be a great crew for celebrating successes. Whether your grant was awarded, or your manuscript was accepted, or you finally updated your bio sketch, your group can gather to celebrate the wins. And all wins should be celebrated, even the tiny ones. And you might even establish a tradition that is unique to your writing group, such as dinner at a nice restaurant when a member gets a manuscript accepted, or a day at the golf course, or a local spa when a member's grant gets awarded. Another benefit to a writing group is to get encouragement. We all have bad writing days or weeks. You might face writer's block, a lack of motivation, or a discouraging rejection, and you can look to a writing group for validation and encouragement. The group can help you move forward, even if only a small step in the right direction. Now, sometimes we need more than encouragement. We need to get accountability. And a writing group can be a great resource for nudging us along and holding us accountable. So with planning, support, and a little benevolent pressure, the group can help you make a lot more progress on your writing. So to get this accountability, you might have weekly check-ins to share your writing goals and timelines and how things are coming along. These check-ins can also be a great opportunity to troubleshoot any challenges that you might be having. Or you might even organize co-writing sessions or writing sprints in a conference room or other quiet space where you can gather to write together. When you are surrounded by other people who are focusing on the writing, you are more likely to avoid distractions and focus on your own writing. There's nothing like real-time accountability to help you make progress on your writing. So there are many benefits to joining or starting a writing group. They can be incredibly valuable to your writing and writing process, and they can help you build great relationships with your group members. And earlier in this video, I shared how they can help you overcome the curse of knowledge, which I believe is the #1 cause of bad scientific writing. So if you want to know more about that curse, check out this video to learn what the curse is and what you can do to overcome it. And if there's something in particular that you'd like to learn more about, let me know in the comments. I create these videos for you, so I want to make sure that I'm creating something that you will find valuable. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next video.